Alright guys, it's gonna be a fun video today because I want to talk about my top 3 favorite Sony accessories. Woo, gear. Alright, so one of my favorite Sony accessories that I have is, well, it's actually not made by Sony, but it's this. Ugh. It's a battery charger, a multi-battery charger by, is it Hanel? I don't know. Hanel, I think that's the name of the company. Anyway, it's called the Pro Cube 2, and look at that. You can charge Sony batteries, the Z batteries simultaneously. There's also magnetic trays, and so if you want to recharge AA batteries, you totally can. There's also another tray to charge the Sony NP style batteries, the small ones, if you wish. But it's definitely a great way to charge multiple batteries because I have like 5 Sony batteries and I eat through them all. And there's an LCD screen that tells you the percentage of the charge from each battery, and that's super handy and incredibly useful, especially for a creator like me. On the back is a DC port where you can just plug this bad boy straight to a socket to charge the battery, and also there is a USB port, and so if you want to charge a device that requires USB, then connect your USB cable and connect your device and it'll charge your device at the same time while charging your Sony batteries. So pretty cool. All right, back you go. All right, the next Sony accessory that I absolutely love is the Sony Commander remote. I don't know why they call it a Commander, it's just a remote. And basically, it's a remote. It controls my camera, my Sony a7 III, and are really helpful for situations like this because I don't like having to stop and press record every time I film a different segment. It's just a lot easier just pressing the record button from a remote. I can just sit here and just do my thing and hit record, hit pause, or whatever. The great thing too about this remote is that it also takes photos as well. There's a switch on the side where you can actually control the photography capabilities of your Sony camera. And so if I'm taking selfies, I can just press this button, it'll take my photo, and just incredibly helpful. There's also a zoom and focus features on this remote. I haven't really found a use for it because Sony cameras are just really good with autofocus anyway, but there's that. You can also activate a specific custom button if you want. There's a custom button here on the Commander, and the best part about this remote is that there is a red light indicator to tell you that your camera is recording. Well, there's not a red light now. Hold on, let me do this again. All right, so I pressed record on the remote, and here you see that red light indicator, and that tells me that the camera is recording because the a7 III doesn't have a flippity-uppity screen, and so if I'm like talking for long periods of time and for some reason the battery runs out or the SD card runs out of space, I have no way of knowing that the camera is still recording. But this, if the red light is on, that means the camera is recording, and if the red light's off, then the camera stopped recording. And so incredibly handy. I just set it off here to the table, and ever so often I just look at it and I'm like, oh yeah, it's still recording. And so there you go. That is the Sony Commander remote. What's the model number? The Sony RMT P1BT. Just call it a Sony remote. Anyway, definitely a must-have if you have Sony cameras. And finally, the last Sony accessory that I want to talk about is this bad boy. Oh, what is it? Well, essentially, it's kind of like this, but better. This is so much fun. This is like a little tabletop tripod for Sony cameras, but look at this. You got buttons to control the camera. You can record video, you can take photos, you can zoom in and out, you can push a custom button to whatever you want it to do. It's called the Sony, oh gosh, I'm so bad at this. The Sony GP VP-T2BT. Oh, come on guys, you can do better than this. It's the Sony Grip, and essentially what it is, it's a little vlogging tripod for your camera. So for example, here's a Sony camera, the Sony a7R IV. I can easily attach my Sony camera onto the grip, and I can begin vlogging. If I want to record videos real quick, there's the record button right there on the grip. You press record. If you want to take photos, zoom, and overall, it's just a really cool accessory, especially if you have Sony cameras. And unlike most vlogging tripods, like this is a really good size and weight. Like you can slip it into your backpack, slip into your pocket, quickly attach your camera to it. And what's cool about this is that there is locking positions, and so I find that this is like the most natural to vlog. It's at an angle, and so it's like a really nice support right over there, so really well designed. But if you want to, you can actually change the position, and if you want to prefer to vlog that way, you totally can. And what's great is that you can put it on your table right there, and well, it's pointed up, so I guess if you're doing astrophotography, sure, why not? But if you push that button right over there, you can actually change the position of your camera where it's actually leveled out, and then you can just film your tabletop scenes or whatever. Also, there's a pan lock button right over there, just underneath the camera itself. If you push that button, you can just pan the camera wherever you want, and then it just locks in place. I don't know how or where you'd use that, but that's kind of handy. And easily take it off. Very cool. So there you go. Those are my top 3 Sony accessories that I absolutely love using. And if you want to check out these products, then check out the links down in the description below. But let me know, what camera accessories do you guys love using? Doesn't have to be Sony, doesn't have to be Canon. It can be whatever you want. Let me know what your favorite accessories are down in the comments below. But I'm out of here. Much love to you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.